Hello everyone, I'm back with another Bloons Pop video. I wasn't sure whether to make this a simple critique on the game or something extra, but we all know that the game isn't going to be perfectly balanced on the initial release, and in this video, I'll address all the balance changes that I've proposed in Ninja Kiwi that you should be on the lookout for. To be honest, this game should have had a closed beta, and I thought that was going to be the case when you pre-order a game, but all that does is just make it automatically install the game once it comes out so you don't have to anxiously wait for it each day. Not the same as the early access that Battles 2 is going to have, but I'll save that for a future video. Ninja Kiwi is in the process of balancing right now, as the blog post from June 24th on their website says that they are making shot changes to a few hard levels, but there's a lot more underneath the hood of this monster. Now I'll go through the series of emails that I've sent to Ninja Kiwi. Feel free to post your feedback on these as well in the comments. First, I want to look at the levels. From the blog, Ninja Kiwi claims that these intentionally hard levels can be passed without using ads or power-ups. Tell that to levels like 200 where you only get 3 shots to work with, and you'll be dead wrong. I don't know how I'd be able to beat this without the insane luck that I had here. Now, of course, randomly generated levels are bound to have some flaws with their difficulty indicators, as I later had a normal level which was just like this. Only 3 shots and impossible unless you have ads or power-ups. But here's what I don't get. The levels are predetermined with a pseudo-random number generator, so why shouldn't the towers be the same? Maybe even restrict some tower and hero types to add in some more dynamic, because once you hit around the level 350 mark like I did, you've already seen one of these levels twice, and several of the level segments being repeated in other levels too. What's worse is that the difficulty doesn't increase any further on these levels. By the time you get here, you'll be stockpiling powers, waiting anxiously to use them on a tough level. The only time you'd actually be using powers is if you lost your on fire bonus, which isn't that often. Next are the rewards. They're fine starting out, but once you get to later levels, it becomes negligible. In addition to this, you can get stuck on level 18 and be forced to delete the app and restart from the beginning. Not like this is going to happen to you anyway. More likely, levels 28, 40, or 44 will be your demise, which can throw you off balance if you're not taking advantage of the ads for the level reward bonuses, and you buy the second Bloons canister too early as well. So in an attempt to dodge these pitfalls, I decided to suggest these changes. First, for every decoration that you purchase, the Monkey Money and Bloons rewards are increased by 1. This helps with the near impossible levels like 28, 40, and 44, where you'll likely need to use a power to pass it. It'll also help with the progression in the later world, since you'll be struggling to 100% clear the golden balloon time stages once you get past level 100. At my level of the game, which is level 350, I can only 100% clear it 1 in approximately every 6 games, though the ratio has been this low since at least 250, so this will at least offset the losses with not being able to clear the bonus stage and also not make it mandatory to pass certain levels. Second, the Bloons canister's capacity is doubled, since it only takes the first 10 levels to fill it where it stands right now. This way you aren't pressured to get the second canister ASAP and get screwed on a later level, and as such, be forced to restart. Let's face it, it's a learning process, and really the restarts aren't a huge problem once you get the hang of the game. But I'm aware there are some rage quitters in there too which will quit the game and never come back once they find an impossible level. Until this update drops, just make sure not to spend any money on decorations so that you have a chance on levels like 28, 40, and 44, and then you can place decorations after beating 70 since money won't be an issue anymore. You can at least get the canister so you can continue playing for longer. In addition, this offsets the issue that's presented in the first solution with filling the canister too quickly, as with that system, it can take as little as 4 levels to fill the canisters once you've completed all the worlds, and I figured doubling the capacity would at least allow you to instantly collect the Bloonstone with Monkey Money once you've maxed everything out, and you want to speed through all the levels, and you can keep doing this process indefinitely to your heart's content. I'm not entirely sure what should happen with the Bloonstones once you've completed all the worlds, but I'm leaning towards allowing purchases of exclusive powers that you can't buy with Monkey Money. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Finally, the tower, hero, and power balancing. I'm not concerned about these towers, but I looked at everything else. I'll start with the powers, with my mentions being the Lightning Storm and Ballistic Missile powers. Lightning Storm is complete garbage. It doesn't have AoE, and it doesn't have that much popping power either. Ballistic Missile at least has some AoE, but it's still bad. For the Lightning Storm power, I thought it might be logical to make the Lightning remove the regrow property from Bloons. For the Ballistic Missile power, extra ceramic damage like the BTD6 counterpart. I'm surprised this doesn't have that. These buffs might not even help that much unless the targeting on these is changed to something like a smart targeting, like Lightning targeting regrows first, or Ballistic Missiles targeting ceramics first. Then the heroes, starting off with Striker Jokes. See what I did there? Anyway, it's a joke that dates back to 2018 when BTD6 first came out. Stuns are not very useful in this game, and the current 2-turn duration doesn't do much considering even the base Ice Monkey has a longer stun of 3 turns. With the Mega upgrade, it's 5. Ice does everything Striker does, but better, except for beating shields. This it excels at, and insta-killing rainbows at impact point. Still doesn't give me a reason to use it over the Ice Monkey by any stretch, so I thought a 4-turn stun and a 50% larger blast radius would at least compare to this. Next is Captain Churchill. I wouldn't make a balance change list without including this guy somewhere in it. Undoubtedly the most overpowered hero in the game in almost every case. I say almost because regrow balloons exist, but you can regrow farm a crapload to chain several more heroes afterwards. I thought a simple nerf wouldn't cut it, so I took a few ideas and threw them together to get this rework. Churchill travels 50% faster, unless he is destroying brick blocks, in which case he'll slow down to regular speed, and the tank explodes when it hits a metal wall. In addition, I included a nerf to regrow balloons so that they spawn 2 children each time they are popped instead of 3, so that you won't run into hero chains as easily, and even then, it won't be several back-to-back, rather only 1 or maybe 2 heroes at a time. Then we have the Mega Towers. I included Mega Bomb and Mega Ninja in the list because these are the weakest Megas in the bunch. Their normal counterparts might not be too bad, but these Megas underperformed compared to the other Megas. For the Mega Bomb, my proposed buff is 2 times damage, so 4 damage instead of 2. Then, for the Mega Ninja, the dash attack blows back and damages balloons in its path. A simple buff, but it adds some dynamic. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more by liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.